Welcome back to Next Shift with Rick Wagan. Suzuki does not suck. The Montreal Canadiens are coming off of a 3-2 overtime win over the Anaheim Ducks. The Montreal Canadiens got goals by Patrick Laine on a great pass by Suzuki and a nice pass by Laine Hutson before that. And then they got their second goal on a miscue behind the net by Lucas Dostal. They got the puck over to Slafkovsky inadvertently. Slafkovsky hit Doc in front of the net, and Doc made no mistake, hitting the empty net to make it 2-2. They did go into shootouts. There was a couple of good opportunities by Troy Terry. Troy Terry had the two goals for the Ducks during the game. One was a power play goal. He had a solid outing, and the shootout was won by the Canadiens. Patrick Laine scored. Cole Caulfield scored. And Montembeault was able to stop both Anaheim Duck shootout attempts. So it was a great win by the Montreal Canadiens. They're now, what are they now? 11, 14, and 3. They're still in the basement in the Eastern Conference, but they're only 4 points out of a playoff spot right now. So it's still anyone's ball game, I guess. Since Patrick Laine's return, he has 3 goals and an assist in 4 games. He got an assist on the other goal that was scored by Kirby Dach as well. And Samuel Montembeault made 27 saves in the victory for the Canadiens. This is coming off of a game where on Saturday night they lost the game 4-2 against the Washington Capitals. I thought the Montreal Canadiens looked outstanding the first 2 periods of that game. And even in the third period, they had 4 breakaways that were all stopped, weren't able to put it in, and then they kind of fell apart. 4 unanswered goals, but 3 goals later part of the game that, took over the game and made it 4-2. So all in all, the Canadiens are now 3-1 in their home stretch here. Their next game is against Pittsburgh, who are fairly hot at home. And then they go on the road for a quick game against Winnipeg, who have not been playing such great hockey. And then they're back home again against Buffalo. A home and away, or an away and home versus Detroit. And then one more road game against Columbus before Christmas break. That means they have 6 games before the Christmas breaks. They would have to go 4-1-1 to get to 500. I think that's a bit of a stretch, but I think they could get within 1 or 2 games of 500. And, moving into the second half of the year, you can call it, not quite the second half, but, post-Christmas is a key time. The Canadiens do look solid ever since Patrick Laine came back. So kudos to him stepping into the lineup. I would not call him playing the greatest 5-on-5 hockey. He's got great hands. He's a smart hockey player. Hasn't been moving very quickly, but, big men don't look like they're moving very quickly all the time. So kudos to Patrick Laine for 3 goals in 4 games. I think they're all on the power play. They are. He also scored a penalty shot goal. So a shootout goal, you can call it, I guess. And so great first few games by Patrick Laine. The line of Laine, Dach, and Slafkovsky. I think Slafkovsky is playing some pretty good hockey. I think Kirby Dach is starting to improve every game. I like the line. It's a big line. They don't move very fast. I found like they weren't playing the greatest defensive hockey, but that should and could only improve over time. Suzuki and Caulfield are playing solid. They're playing with Newhook. Newhook did get a goal, I believe, on Saturday against Washington, along with Caulfield scoring another goal. That was his 17th of the year. So the line is scoring. The line looks good. I don't think Newhook is adding a lot of value, although he is fast. He does get on the puck. A player like Heineman, a player like Slafkovsky could do many of the same things. So we'll see how it all kind of shapes up as the year progresses. But the Canadiens do look solid. Where they are looking great, in my opinion, is on the first power play. the combination of Laine Hutson and Patrick Laine adding to the first power play just makes it a much more dangerous lineup. I feel like Cole Caulfield is getting lost in the shuffle a little bit on the power play. He hasn't scored a power play goal since Patrick Laine joined the team. I know he did score a goal since then, but he's not getting the same opportunities. However, Cole Caulfield will score. Cole Caulfield will find his spot on the ice, moving around with Patrick Laine. I'm not too concerned about who scores as much as the Canadiens do score. Suzuki's playing some good hockey again, and Laine Hutson just hasn't missed a beat. I think it's 7 games in a row that he has at least a point. So kudos to Laine Hutson for a great first season as a 20-year-old, just playing good hockey. Mike Matheson, I don't feel like he's playing that great the last couple of games. Definitely gave up a couple of opportunities against Washington and against the Anaheim Ducks. Similarly, he not playing as bad as the game he played against Boston a week or two ago now, but definitely is continuing to make a ton of mistakes. Slafkovsky, I've already talked about. Jake Evans looks solid, had a shorthanded goal a couple games ago as well. Gallagher's playing good hockey, not putting the puck in the net as often, still kind of stuck on 8 goals, but working hard. He has really good chemistry with Josh Anderson, who's also playing some good two-way hockey. Not a huge fan of Armia lately. I like and Dvorak. Those two are going to probably be out the door either at trade deadline or at the end of the year. And Emil Heineman, I think, is going to need to get a shot in the top 6 or middle 6. I think he's being wasted on a line with Armia. I guess he has Jake Evans, so he's not totally wasted. I haven't been overly impressed with Gooley either, but Jack-Eye and Struble have played good hockey. Barron got the start last game. I didn't think he played great. I don't think he played terrible. So we'll see how it kind of plays out. If we're looking at the top 6 or 7 guys that matter, Suzuki is having a good, after the first 5-10 games, he's getting his legs under him and he's playing some good hockey. Caulfield never stopped. Slafkovsky is working a little harder, got a nice assist, and gave set up Laine on another opportunity. Not as good as last year yet, but let's hope that the second half progresses. Kirby Dach, I'm disappointed still, but again, he's not getting worse. He's definitely getting better. I don't think anyone expected anything more from Patrick Laine, so he's here to stay and he's doing some good stuff. Jake Evans is doing some good stuff. Newhook is on the first line, and the first line is producing, and he did get a goal the other day. Still waiting for his first assist. I guess I'm disappointed with Gooley and Dach, mostly Dach. Montembeault's playing some better hockey as well, and we haven't seen Primo in a little while, which I think is a good thing. So all in all, the Montreal Canadiens' next outing is against the Pittsburgh Penguins, who are playing better hockey, although they did just lose to New York. The Penguins are playing the Avalanche today, so we'll see how it kind of turns out after that game. It's been a good couple of games, 3-4 games. They did lose to Washington, but looked pretty solid for 2 periods anyway. So looking forward to the rest of the homestand as well as the next few games before Christmas. I'm optimistic the team is going to get closer to 500. I think that's probably where they'll end up, but they do look much more solid ever since Patrick Laine joined the team, and Laine Hutson is just kicking butt. So that's it for next shift. That's it for Rick Wagan. Talk to you guys soon.